First of all, I'd like to ask you, what is your big idea for the industry for the year ahead?
Yeah, the big idea is to continue in the progress that we've made with Project Pollo and really changing the landscape and the framework of what it is that modern perception is with mass consumption of fast food. We're really trying to redefine what the guest behavior is, offering something that is a more sustainable for the planet, that is a better alternative for your health, and that really challenges what the fast food system has historically presented us in the United States.
Terrific. And can you tell me a little bit about specifically your goals for Project Poyo?
Our goal is to continue to pioneer the plant-based space, not only nationally, but internationally. We really want to be able to provide affordable access to plant-based alternatives in every city, on every corner. We really want it to be something that the community really takes part in. It's better for our team, it's better for the environment, it's better for the community, and we really want to encompass all those different areas to make our concept super unique. The only way for us to continue to do so is by setting very high goals and not necessarily overwhelming our goals by number of locations we're opening, by more so the impact that we're having on each of the locations that are open and existing. A lot of people tell us often, you need to have locations at every corner in every city. Well, that's amazing for us. It's not as entertaining as what you would think, right? We want to perfect the systems that we have. We want to perfect the hospitality that we have and the guest service that we have. And that overall experience is really important to us. So if I would say what our goals are to continue the growth, but also to really take care of the team and the community while we're moving so rapidly across the space.
Mm-hmm. Terrific. And tell me a little bit about why the environment is right now for your concept.
Yeah, I think the environment's right for our concept because the consumer is looking for something different. They're looking to something that they want to support, that's meaningful, that takes care of people, that takes care of the planet, that does what's right, that may be a little bit more sustainable, something that's not your typical just completely deep fried questionable products. They're wanting something that they may believe in that might be a little bit better for their health. Again, the environment is a big thing for a lot of people, and they want to know that their dollar is going for something impactful. And at Project Pollo, that's something that we really stand by. We really make sure our team's taken care of. We offer 100% paid benefits. We offer vacation time, all that. That's not so, I'm not going to say it's unheard of because it's not, but in a lot of respects, it is something that's not status quo in the industry. And we really want to challenge those. And we try to educate our guests as to why that's important to us. And I think it relays to them as, okay, hey, this is a great product. This is a great experience. I'm still getting everything I get, no matter if I were to go anywhere else, but my money is going towards something that's more impactful. And that means a lot to the consumer base. I think that you asked if the environment's ready for it. I think 100% the environment's ready for change. And, our position is to really change what the perception of fast food is.
Mm-hmm. Terrific. All right. And can you talk about some of the key learnings that you've had so far and how you're applying those going forward?
Yeah, one of the biggest learnings that we could have is, although, we opened so many locations in the first year, I think the biggest opportunity that we see is not to move so fast and not to determine our outcome as a company based off number of locations, but how perfect those locations are at taking care of our guests, delivering on those expectations, delivering on the superior service and the quality of the product. I think that we all get eager because growth is fun, but as much as growth is fun and you want to be everywhere very quick, like you really have to remember who's in your backyard and who's the community that surrounds you and the team, and really take care of those first. Our learning opportunities come with listening to the people, listening to the community, and listening to the team first. And as long as we're able to listen and make change and meet the demands of not only our team, but our guests, then I think we're going to continue to make great strides in this industry.
Oh, terrific. I guess I'll just ask one more question, and that is, what do you see as the any particular challenges in the year ahead for the growth of the concept?
Yeah, I think for our concept specifically, some of the challenges we're going to have, and not necessarily challenges, these are just great opportunities as a business, is constantly educating the community and the new areas, the new trade areas in which we're entering as to why plant-based consumption may be a little bit better, right? We have to educate people as to why their dollar going toward our company is more impactful for our team and for the planet. we also have to really understand industry wide, there's a lot of variables that are happening that may, put kind of a stop to a lot of operators, such as equipment shortages that we saw Q2, Q3 of this year that was devastating for a lot of operators. We have supply shortages all across the world. We have the shipping crisis. We have a crazy inflation right now, which is skyrocketing products. And a lot of these challenges are going to be not difficult, but as an operator, there's really two options that we have. And one is we absorb, right? We absorb those costs so that we can continue to offer our affordable access, which is our mission. But how long can we do that? And making the decision and that deciding factor of when we increase pricing to reflect the direct increase that we've seen, that's hard for me, right? Our goal was to always provide affordable access, always. And we wanted to be the most competitive as we could be to alternatives, so that there was a more familiarity when it came to people consuming. Someone that's looking to transition over to a plant-based product, maybe once a week or once a month, whatever have you, it's more challenging to get them to pay for something that's double the price of what it would be at a national competitor. And we really wanted to take stride and make sure we were right in line with the national competitors as far as price. So to me, it's going to be challenging to know when to actually make price increases because they're inevitable. They're not going anywhere. They're up. They're continuously going up. We've bit the bullet so far this year. But going into next year, I don't know how long we'll be able to absorb the cost. And I truthfully know, I know our guests will understand, but I still do not want to put that on them. I still want them to be able to have that affordable access. Other challenges that we have are, we're in a workplace renaissance right now. That's what we call it in our company. And we really have to pivot as leaders in order to change our perception and our deliverables as a company to what our team wants, not what we want from our team, but what the team wants from us. And that's, it's not a challenge for us because we're such a young company that we're able to put all the protocols and procedures in place that ensure that we have a great workplace. But as you do continue to scale and you get in outside markets, understanding that culture is key and that any decision that we make as a company will directly impact each team member's lives. They want a workplace that they feel powerful. They want a workplace that they feel like they're helping with a mission. They want to feel impactful, and that's understandable. And they also want to be rewarded and compensated for their time. We can't question that. We have an industry that, for many reasons, depending on debt models, depending on the growth strategy, a lot of concepts have undervalued employees for ages. And it's not to say that we're going to be able to pay people $20 an hour by any means. But I think what we have to take away from this is during this workplace renaissance, we truly have to understand that human capital is so important to us. It's so important to our growth. And inevitably, it's going to what is going to position us to make a huge impact in our communities as we scale.
Well, terrific. And I guess there is one more follow-up question on that. Do you feel that if you have success in doing the kinds of things that you're talking about doing, that you could have a more widespread influence on the industry in terms of maybe larger restaurant chains rethinking their business models and their approach? Or is that?
Yeah. The whole goal is to challenge the system, right? And as cliche as that may sound, it's true. We want to challenge everybody to be better. We want to challenge everybody to offer something that's more sustainable. You have a lot of leaders and industry leaders who at any opportunity could make the transition to compostable goods, for example. It's an easy transition. Believe me, it's not easy, but it's not a complex situation. It will incur costs, but the guest and a lot of different trade areas will truthfully understand that. I can't sit here and challenge any of our leaders in the restaurant business to do it, but what I can do is show proof of a model that is successful in doing it, that has scaled, and that will continue to scale across the United States quite rapidly. And by doing so, that will put pressure on them to question, okay, this concept, and there are other concepts similar to ours that are growing equally. These guys are doing X, Y, and Z to better the workplace, to better the environment, to better the community. What are we doing, and can we make a stance on it? I saw yesterday an article come out about a McDonald's being a net zero facility over in the UK, I believe. And I I read briefly on it, and that's an exciting step for them to take, because they do have to be a leader in the space, and they do need to start listening to the community and to the people on as to what they want in order to transition out of I think what historically has been a convenience model. And I think although it will remain as a convenience model, I truthfully think that convenience was key, but now more so than anything, people want to have they want to have true meaning into what they're supporting with their money. And I think we'll slowly start to transition away from convenience and more so into a model that is convenient but is right for the people by the people.
Well, terrific. I think that's a great way to wrap it up, Lucas. So thanks so much for your time. You were terrific.